What are you mad about? And then for Africans to be mad that we don't want to be called African Americans, we're Black Americans. What in the world are you mad at? You don't call Nigerians African Nigerians or Nigerian Africans. You don't call Jamaican Africans. You don't call anybody that. But you so mad that we're telling you that we are called Black Americans. Make it make sense. I thought you were so proud of yourself and happy with yourself.
People mad that Black Americans are saying that they ain't no damn African, they Black Americans. I need y'all to watch this real quick. This is a video in 2022 when this lady is saying, don't call me African American, I'm African. This is another video, I believe this was in 2021, 2022. He said, I'm African, not American. This is another video saying, I'm not Black American, I'm African. Another video saying in 2022 saying, don't call me African American, I'm African. Another video in 2022 saying, I'm not African American, I'm African, right? She was stitching it because somebody else was saying it. Another video saying, I'm not Black, I'm African in 2025. A Caribbean woman, right? Oh no, she's from the Congo, saying, I'm not African American, I'm Congolese. Another video, I believe this is recently, they're saying, I'm African, not Black American. Another video in 2025 saying, I'm not Black, I'm African. Another video again, 2025, saying, I'm not Black, I'm African. We saw this video. He actually was disrespectful with it. He said, I'm African. I didn't come in chains. I came on the plane. And this was all jokes. He laughed with the white tee. Another video in 2024 saying, I'm not African American, I'm African. Another woman talking about, wow, she was shocked at the fact that she was called Black because she's not Black. She's African. I believe this woman's from Algeria. She says, I'm African, not Black. Another one, 2022. This was a trend, by the way. Don't call me African American. I'm insert country, American or insert country. This was an actual TikTok trend is what I'm telling you right now. Another one, Another woman talking about, wow, she was shocked at the fact that she was called Black because she's not Black. She's African. I believe this woman's from Algeria. She says, I'm African, not Black. Another one, 2022. This was a trend, by the way. Don't call me African American. I'm insert country, American or insert country. This was an actual TikTok trend is what I'm telling you right now. Another one, very disrespectful, said, I'm not Black, I'm African in 2024. She let it be known. This was, I believe, an Indian dude that talked about how racist Africans was towards Black Americans. Shout out to Exit Plan Man. So what I'm saying is for the last 65 years, it's been this disrespect, right? This vile, nasty, demonic energy of making sure people wanted to delineate and separate from us. They made sure they tucked their shirt, buttoned up their shirt, they tucked their shirt in their pants, they wore their dress shoes. They made sure they looked different than us. They made sure they let it be known, I'm not those Black Americans. I'm not those so-called African Americans, right? So now when Black Americans say, okay, well, shout outs to y'all, right? We're going to keep that same energy. You right. We was bugging. We thought we all one, we all Black, and we see that everybody got their cultural and social boundaries. So now when Black Americans say, you know what, we want to keep our cultural and social, economic, and political boundaries, you right. I ain't African, I'm Black American. Now is an uproar. So it seems like people they want to be able to say they're not us. But the moment we say, hold on, family, we're not African, we're Black Americans, the world is jumping up and down and going crazy, and it's the worst thing in the world. We're so, call it the boogeyman names, xenophobic, hatred, jealousy, and all this, all the boogeyman names come out all of a sudden. This is called emotional blackmail. This is emotional blackmail. This is what I'm talking about. Where people want to kind of shame you into claiming them. You see them on this app every day begging for us to be African every single day. Please say you African. Please claim African. They're on their hands and knees every day on this app to claim because now it's cool to be us on a global scale. It is, again, I just want to kind of clear that up. You know I was bringing the stats, facts, and numbers, family. Love you. Peace and love. Y'all be safe.
Credits belongs to original creators of the clips used in this video. Let's get to it.
Different things. It's like, really what y'all mad about, like B said, like y'all just don't have no roots. Y'all don't have no history for real. Yeah. The only history that y'all really have is we were slaves and somebody, you know, fixed it for us and then we back here. I mean, the only history that I really could say y'all physically probably have was probably the time when Martin Luther King and them was here. Because I feel like they did, like, you know, a lot more as far as the Black, you know, African American culture for y'all. But other than that, it's like y'all really don't have nothing. Like, y'all can't even say, like, y'all really don't have no food. Like, yeah, fried chicken and stuff, but white people eat that. You guys are white and black. Y'all are still Americans. You get what I'm saying? So only the difference that between the African Americans and like Americans that live in the United States is that one's white and one's black. But y'all honestly came from the same roots. The only thing is, y'all was slaves and y'all was manipulated to feel like y'all was so different, but y'all are just the same as both of them. So I just feel like it's more so like, not even that it's beef, it's just hate. It's just not even hate, it's envy.
It's more like educated. People gotta be more educated.
And then I also feel like people just are so just ignorant at that. Like, you know, ignorant. Like, you know, Haitians, we were slave at a point, but we wasn't like slaves like how, you know, y'all was on this land.
Yeah, we got our independence.
You know, we kind of did things differently, but I just feel like
the show got a lot to say about American blacks. Bet. Africans don't dislike black Americans because we lost our culture. It's because deep down, y'all jealous. Y'all jealous that we the cultural engine. We created the music, the fashion, the slang that influences the whole world, buddy. Y'all really hate it didn't come from y'all, huh? Y'all bought the lie that we was just descendants of slaves, knowing it wasn't true. Cause real talk, our people was already here, bucko. You not looking down on your long lost brothers and sisters. Y'all looking at a stranger.
I'm from West Africa, Liberia. And I'm done with this rhetoric from Africans, right? Oh, we don't like black Americans because they are rude, they are ghetto, you know, they are so entitled. No. The reason why Africans don't like black Americans, and this coming from an African, right? Africans are jealous of black Americans. Africans wish that they had the opportunities like black Americans do. They wish they was in America. They wish they have the freedom of right that black Americans have. They wish that they have freedom to go to any school of your choice, right? They wish to have all the benefits black Americans have being in America. They jealous black American.
Look African.
But nah, I ain't African. I just look African.
Yeah, you look African.
Yeah.
Like someone from, Nigeria, Ghana.
Oh, Ghana, nah. I'm from North Carolina, but I live down here in Miami.
How long have you been living in Miami?
I've been living in Miami about 4 months.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a personal trainer and I'm a party promoter.
Are you also a content creator?
Something bigger is happening between Black Americans, African immigrants, and Haitians, and the conversation is getting heated. Some immigrants are asking why Black Americans are not standing with them during this era of aggressive immigration enforcement. But some Black Americans are responding with a different message. We are not the same experience, we are not the same history, and we are not responsible for carrying every immigration issue. And that response is creating serious backlash.
I want to know, what is the obsession with a lot of African and people of Caribbean descent telling Black Americans that we look Caribbean, that we look African, that we look West African or East African or South African? It's never North African though. But what is the obsession with y'all trying to tell us what we look like? Do y'all see us going around telling y'all look Cherokee? Y'all look, Choctaw? Y'all look Gullah Geechee? Y'all look Seminole? No, we don't do that. Just because someone looks like you, don't mean that you can determine or dictate what they are and who they are. This obsession that y'all have with trying to tell a Black American what they look like, we don't look like a Nigerian. We don't look like a Ghanaian. We look like a Black American. Black Americans come in every shape, size, color, whatever you name it. We can be the lightest of the light and the darkest of the dark. It does not matter. We can have the biggest noses, the smallest noses, the biggest lips, the littlest lips. It does not matter. We have a distinct look. We look like the Aboriginal Australians, but we don't go around saying that we're Aboriginal Australians. We look like Melanesians and people of Pacific Islanders, but y'all don't see us going around saying that we're Pacific Islanders or Melanesian. Because if Black Americans went around telling Africans what they look like, and it's not their people and who they are and the ethnic group that they're from, y'all are gonna flip, Caribbeans included. Why do y'all feel so entitled to telling Black Americans what they look like and where they come from? Like, I really want this question answered. Because nobody unalived and put y'all in charge of dictating who is who and what is what. It's crazy and it's weird. And it's only y'all that do that. Any other time we come in contact with a original Asian, a melanated Asian, anything else, they don't do that. But y'all do. What is the reason? I know the reason is because y'all want to be the face of blackness. And y'all are upset that black Americans are the face of blackness. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn around and say that we resemble y'all and we are y'all. So then that means y'all can be the originals and be the face of blackness. I can always tell y'all it's an identity crisis and it's jealousy. And what do jealous people do? They're gonna humble you. Insecure people are gonna try to humble you and stoop and make you stoop to their level because they don't like themselves. So they're gonna make you not like themselves. And a lot of them equate African features to ugliness. A lot of these people do not like themselves or their ethnic background. That's why I try so hard to fit in with black Americans and cosplay black Americans. Because we made being black American cool, and they want to be a part of that because they can't do that on their own. They don't want to put in the effort, they don't want to put in the time or the creativity that it takes to have a culture that's constantly expanding and creating new culture. So they're gonna rely on us to put in all the work so they can go in and, oh, we look like y'all and y'all look like us, so that means we can do what y'all do and we the same people. No. And this is why I say we need to keep delineating. Keep getting on these people's heads. Start telling them that no, you are not us and we are not y'all, and that is okay. I don't understand the obsession with trying to be the same. Because when y'all first got to America, me no black. Now all of a sudden, y'all are being targeted by the Trump administration. Now we all black. Even 3-4 years ago, y'all wasn't claiming to be black. Now all of a sudden, we're all black. This is what I'm talking about.
Isn't it interesting how black immigrants know that they can't make it far in their own countries, which is the reason why they come to America so that they can do well. But for some reason, they don't understand that that same system exists here in America for black Americans. Like, you go to school, you get a degree in your own country, but you can't find a job because politics are being played, because opportunities are being given to family members, friends. It's about who you know. Systems are in place specifically to oppress you no matter how educated you are. But for some reason, when y'all bring y'all black asses over here to America, you don't understand that to some extent that same system applies over here as well, right? We just don't understand that. But you know what? I feel like they do understand it. But for their ego, it helps them feel better about themselves to say, we came to America and we're doing better than the black Americans. That makes you feel better about yourself. Because I would pose the question, why are the Chinese, the Indians, and the Arabs going over to your African countries and doing better than the most successful African person there? How are they able to do that? Are you guys just lazy? Are you guys not working hard enough? Because they're doing it. Why can't you? What's the excuse here? Yeah.
Some black Americans are pushing hand against the idea that they should automatically identify with Africans, Caribbean immigrants. The argument is simple. Being black does not automatically mean having the same nationality, culture, immigration status, or historical experience, and that distinction matters. But there is a major difference between being a US-born black American and arriving in America as an immigrant. For many immigrants, America represents opportunity, education, employment, entrepreneurship, civil rights protection, political participation, and the possibility of building a permanent future. Those opportunities can look completely different from the perspective of someone who was born and raised inside the American system. But here is where the conversation becomes complicated. Some people in these clips argue that the black Americans should recognize the advantages they have in America. Others respond, you don't understand what it took to create those opportunities. And that is where America's complicated racial history enters the conversation. Black Americans point to generations of struggle over civil rights, voting rights, education, employment, and equal protection under the law. That history did not simply disappear. At the same time, immigrants have their own stories. African immigrants may have completely different experiences from Haitian immigrants. Haitian immigrants may have different experiences from African Americans. And none of these communities are one single group with one single opinion. That is important because turning millions of people into one category can make an already sensitive immigration debate even more divisive. Then there is another issue that keeps coming up: identity. Some Black Americans are pushing back when immigrants tell them, "You look African." This response is essentially, "You don't get to determine my identity based on my appearance." And honestly, this is where the conversation becomes bigger than immigration. It becomes a conversation about ancestry, culture, nationality, and belonging. But there is also a reality that can't be ignored. Immigration policy is affecting immigrant communities across America. TPS, deportation policy, immigration enforcement, work authorization, asylum, and legal status are not abstract issues. They affect families, businesses, workers, and they affect communities trying to understand what happens next. Haiti has earned TPS designation for years because of extraordinary conditions affecting the country. So when Haitian immigrants say they are afraid of deportation or worried about losing legal protections, that fear should not automatically be dismissed. But at the same time, Black Americans are not legally or politically obligated to share an immigrant's identity. That distinction is important. You can have empathy for someone's immigration struggle without pretending that two communities have identical histories. And you can disagree with immigration policy without blaming the entire racial and national group. So, and this is why the current backlash is interesting, because some immigrants expected greater solidarity because of their shared racial identity. Some Black Americans are essentially saying shared race does not erase different histories, and that message is clearly landing differently across communities. For some people, it sounds like rejection. For others, it sounds like boundaries. And for others, it raises uncomfortable questions. Who exactly gets to define Black identity in America? So maybe the biggest lesson here is that America contains many different Black experiences. African Americans have their history, Haitians have theirs, Caribbeans have theirs, and Black Americans have distinct American history of their own. None of those histories need to erase another. But if communities want to have serious conversations about immigration reform, deportation, citizenship, civil rights, economic opportunity, and the future of America, they have to stop talking past each other.